Very good evening, one and all. Myself Jishnu Panamoli Ayyappan, founder and director of Eco Foundation. And Eco Foundation, in association with the Engor Club, is having this club called Eco Club for having the international students and also the international speakers and activists. And here we are trying to explore and understand what is happening beyond India. Sometimes we will have the speakers from India and also from another southern global south and also global north, we can say. And today we have our three eminent speakers, global speakers. Today we have, and out of these two, two is present today. And unfortunately, Lucia has some connectivity issue and she's unable to join us. But today we have Ibrahim from Tanzania and also another Ibrahim from Senegal. Both of them will join us, and both of them will discuss about how their leaderships contributed to the environmental conservation actions in their corresponding countries, as well as how they make an impact in locally, and also how their local vocal voice move towards a global change, or it's lead to a global change. Okay, maybe first we can call for Ibrahim from Senegal. So he's already presented here. I believe he will speak on behalf of Senegal and what is happening in Senegal, and how his contributions is upgrade environmental activisms across the country. And as a youth, we always admire the people like him to come forward and raise their voice for their country and also for the globe. And thank you so much for joining both of us, both Ibrahim from Senegal and Tanzania. And first, we have our speaker, Mr. Ibrahim Ninka. Right. Okay. Thank you for joining, and over to you, Ibrahim.
Thank you, Jishnu. Can you hear me right now?
Yes, you are audible to us. Thank you.
Yes, Jishnu. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Good evening, everyone. Here in Senegal, we in the morning. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in all over the world. My name is Brahim Nya from Senegal. Before we start, it's important to let me um, congratulate ECOF about this initiative, Youth for Nature sessions, and let us share a little bit about uh, our feelings about what we call youth leadership in environmental movements. Right now, um, I'm a lawyer. I'm an environmental lawyer. Also, I work in two NGO. The first one is African Youth Climate Camp as a territorial coordinator and program manager environmental law at the national level. I'm passionate about environment and what we call advocacy, climate change advocacy, because I've worked with a youth association named as Adansanya That Green as a advocacy manager. I stop here, and I'm excited to talk about this interesting topic. Thank you, Jishnu.
Oh, thank you, Ibrahim. Thank you so much for giving an idea about who you are and what are you doing in your country. So we will come back to you again and to more about the activities that you are doing in your country. Okay. So right now we have our next Ibrahim from our next country, and he is representing Tanzania, and he is also present here. Mr. Ibrahim Muhammad, can you?
Yes, hello, how are you? My name is Ibrahim Mohammed from Republic country of Tanzania. I'm so thankful to Echo for Nature to have this opportunity to join you. But I just got some problems on the internet, just a little bit late. I'm so sorry for that. I'm known as Ibrahim Mohammed. I am member of Sustainable Ocean Alliance. We have different branch, but I am member in Sustainable Ocean Alliance in Tanzania. Also, I am instructor in Assalam Community Foundation, which is found at Zanzibar, Tanzania. Yeah, we just collaborate with a different project on EcoPrint because our school is eco environment that we discuss and perform different program for environment. Thank you so much. You are most welcome.
Okay, thank you so much for both Ibrahims to join us today. So we have a personality who is working on the oceans and for the ocean sustainability in his country, and also we have an environmental advocate today. So I just want to know what is the current status of environmental actions in your country, and also how the recent COP up, the past one and the current one, is going to affect your country, and whether these scopes are really making an impact in the grassroots level or not. Because sometimes it will feel like a mimic or just a meetings of high level ministerial levels, but we want to make sure that decisions made by them is come to the grassroots level. So I want to know the current status in corresponding countries of the Senegal and the Tanzania. So if you can give a insight on that one to us, then it will be very grateful. So from the Seneca point of view.
Yes, yes, Jifnu, your question is very interesting. It's a big issue here in Senegal. I remember there's a workshop about climate change advocacy session. So there is a president of a youth association who asked a question about if why so many Senegalese young people has not attending those kind of international environmental meetings like COP, for example. So we remark that there's a few Senegalese young people that attended it. So it's a big issue. Why there's a few number of Senegalese young people, for example, or at the continental level, like Africa continent, why are now excited to be part of this kind of international environmental meetings. There are many factors. The first factor I see, the first reason I see is maybe we they are not capacitated or trained about those kind of international environmental meetings. That's the first reason I see. Second reason I see is they are not prepared. Some African young people, for example, are not uh, preparing about, like, for example, capacity building sessions or training session about COPs. So maybe if they heard about COPs, for example, the next year, for example, they are not excited. So they are not feel the opportunity to attend it. But there's another reason I see also is the financial support or the technical support. So especially in the financial support, it's important for Senegalese young people or African young people to be financed to better attend those kind of international environmental meetings like COPs. So here in Senegal, it's a big issue to be part of those kind of international environmental meetings. So Jishnu, I give you the floor. So that's my answers about your question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for addressing those issues. I think you pointed out very important points that is raised in the different international groups, and that follows the maybe the COP and also associated things, especially for the youth. The funding is a big deal, and recently I've been to one of the group, and peoples were discussing like lack of funding for participations itself is a big issue, and it is a global phenomenon, especially for the youth, and also only big NGOs, international NGOs are supporting their youth people to go and participate in most of this COP kind of events to attract more youth towards their NGOs and their activities. But a regional NGOs and country level NGOs don't have that much opportunity to explore and attend the big event. And even though sometimes if that happening within their own country, there are some restrictions to go and all. And that's also will be get by the big fish all the time, and that's a big difficulty. And even though there are hybrid versions are available, sometimes the presence of ours offline or in persons is make a different impact rather than the online presence, right? So I think this time they organize one virtual reality, like we can go like a cartoon and enter to the different sessions, but that was also a bit complicated to understand how to perform, because every countries and everyone don't have that kind of technical knowledge to explore that niche, I believe. And I just want to know about about the opinion or the questions they asked from the side of the next our speaker, as well as the Tanzanian opinion. Please, Ibrahim Ahmed. Ibrahim, are you there? Mr. Ibrahim, hello, Mr. Ibrahim. Hello, Ibrahim. You are not audible to us, Ibrahim.
Yes. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yes.
yes, the problem the same whole Africa. That's the same problem and the same challenges that we are facing, the same in Zanzibar. The first issue is awareness. Most of the people they face problem of awareness, lack of awareness. So what we do in Asalam Community Foundation, we provide a sustainable environment to the student, thus make a student to be aware since they are in a low age number to high, so that he can or they can provide the awareness to their environment and family that we make, and we contribute the future by building our students in Asalam Community Project. So I used to share some idea that I got from Sustainable Ocean Alliance as member. I used to take these ideas and challenges that face other people around the Tanzania region. Then I used to take this as challenge and put on Asalam Community Foundation as a feedback for them to announce that. So still now, we just give out awareness on how people can be aware on their beach, because we are our school is nearby beach. So every student now knows about beach cleanup, how we can conserve, how we can save our ocean living, to clean up by starting clean up beach. That's how the also another problem is awareness, also financial problems, because when we just want to find a big event like recently we just collaborate to do the World Ocean Day, it was so hard for us to organize a big event to give awareness to number of villages because of this lack of finance, and when you are just advising, just getting some ideas from the the donors. So hard for them to contribute to this idea because this lack of finance. Also, the most issue, the another issue is due to the high change of climate. The change of climate so high, so that makes people to be well aware that there is increasing temperature. What we know that around the beach, the area is so good to have this good air, cool air, but unfortunately somehow it's so hot. So for this, it makes us to give it make us this challenge to give the opportunity villagers around me, also the student as well, so that they can be good in our environment and the community as well. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so okay, thank you so much. And as you said, the awareness is always the first step before the actions that we have to take. And for giving awareness, also we have some financial constraints. Yeah, and for a NGO, for the NGO also they have to find some funding agencies to support them. Otherwise, they need a very strong volunteers to help them to provide and give them the awareness. And in my opinion, the awareness through the maybe the notebooks or through the toolkits, the kits that is normally provided by the UN kits or maybe Ramsa, they have the toolkits. Though those kit is actually not reaching to the students or the people. Because recently I go through one article that is from the UN itself, which mentioning that nobody is reading the UN report. Okay, so even though they are making the reports and all, but nobody is reading it, or nobody is caring about that much into what they are writing. So, as say NGOs or as say young people, maybe we have to take that in our hand to spread awareness. And the toolkits, if the others are not using that directly, maybe we can use it for generating the awareness among the young people. And sometimes, due to this kind of financial constraints, we have to conduct the events, paid events. That's another sad thing. Even we are also facing same issue in India about the event organizing and the fundraisings and all those issues. And anyway, as you are working in the marine environment, to the Ibrahim Muhammad, like your marine environment, so you might have a more knowledge about the marine ecosystem and how that is changed due to the current climate change, and how it is going to affect the global ocean welfare, as well as also for the in the Tasmanian perspective as well. So I just want to know how, as a organizations, as an individual in Tanzania, you are trying to tackle the issues like microplastics in the oceans, and also another the heat shocks or all those kind of marine related issues. How you are tackling in your country, and do you face any technical lack lack of technological availability in your country? Because some part of the world have this kind of technology to remove the microplastics or the plastic from the and marine and ecosystem. But are you experiencing any technical or a technological uh, drawback because they are not ready to share the technology with you or with your country? Is that real or is that happening? I just want to know, because some big countries like European or maybe the Westerns, they have the techniques, but they are not willing to open and share. Is that reality in your case or not?
Yeah, for me, I can say somehow because we used to host some different event in Sustainable Ocean Alliance, which is called Ocean Boot Camp. And recently we had the Ocean Boot Camp 2025. So for this, we just find different international organization to partner with us so that they can transfer their technology to us. But the issue is our environment policy of Tanzania makes us hinder to learn more about this. So most of our Ocean Bootcamp, we just learn from them how technology is being done, how environment conservation is done through different countries. So for this, we know that our neighbors from Kenya and other countries, especially Europe, they are well advanced on conserving this environment by using technology. But for us, we are here mostly learn from them. So now in our country we have NEMEC. This is organizations is in a government organization which empower environmental NGO around Tanzania's regions. This help us to give these knowledges, give us opportunity so that we can get this technology through different areas, then we can impact in our country. For this, we just thankful so much from our government to support this, but luckily and unfortunately, we are still in a low advanced. Some people try to invent different technology, but due to lack of funding, it is somehow a problem to enact a big project in our environment, so that it is somehow hinder in our Tanzania government to provide and enhance the big opportunity for us to have advanced technology. Most of our technologies using low tools, just keeping the environment well, clean, just conserve the water, using transform the ocean water to drinking water. This technology is only found in one company done this. So we expect that because Tanzania is beloved and well blessed with the oceans, it's possibility that we can have a big project that we can be as investor to our neighbor country like Uganda. They don't have Congo, as well as Burundi. They don't have water through this, so we can produce a lot through this advanced technology. Thank you for that.
Okay, thank you so much. And as you said, the collaborations and support from the big NGOs as well as from the European NGOs with a lot of funding will boost the economy as well as maybe support the sustainable activity that you are taking place in your country. And that's very good news to know that they are willing to share the knowledge without any demand. Okay, and we are working together for a better world. Anyway, thank you. Then Ibrahim, Ibrahim from Senegal. Are you sharing the seas, or do you have sea, or are you a landlocked country? I am not much sure about your country map. That's why. So, if you are sharing the seas, then could you answer the same for same questions? Could you address the same questions in Senegal perspective? Right.
Yes, yes, just I see the same reality. I see the same reality here in Senegal because, well, as we all know, the technology transfer is a big issue. Even it's an environmental sector or another economic sector. So, what most of the time this one of the solution we do as a NGO, for example, is to see a call of funding we see here at the international level, to give to better fill the form and say if they accept our initiative of our projects to transfer the technology about, for example, plastic pollution, for example. There's also loss and damage, for example. We see many projects about loss and damage that are financed. So most of the time they need technology transfer. So it's important when you write down this kind of projects to better include that technology transfer, so the partners can better support you at the long terms, not at the short terms, to better support you to better have a territorial reality of your project, for example. That's why I totally agree with Ibrahim about that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. The last, because the last questions we can see is because we have time constraints as well as we are taking main 3 or 4 questions, and this is going to be the third questions for both of you. Like, how the traditional knowledge that supports the conservation activities in your country, and whether that traditional knowledge can be taken into a global stage. That's the one questions for both of you, and after that we can open it for the discussions with the rest of the members or the people who is gathered here. They might have some questions for you. I'm not sure, but let's see if they have questions. Then we can open it for a small discussions with them too. We are not excluding anyone, so it will be like a dialogue, a youth dialogue platform. So please, can you address those as well?
May I?
Yes, sure, sure.
Okay. I about traditional knowledge. I have an experience about an international NGO, Loss and Damage Youth Coalition. There is a call for funding about the not economic loss and damage. The traditional knowledge are one of the non-economic effects of the loss and damage. So the aim of this call for funding is to create a story, like a storytelling about your traditional knowledge about the thematic of loss and damage. So I've mentioned like as I less it's a script about there's some traditional knowledge that we can duplicate it on at international level. Not all, but just a few parts. So, for example, let's say an example of traditional knowledge is I'm from a fisherman community. So when we go to the sea, we used to before we go to 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 pray. There's a formula we say before we go to the sea. So it's an example of traditional knowledge. We can easily duplicate it at international level. So there is some, for example, traditional. Yes, you there's another example. For example, when we have a wedding, for example, as a fisherman community, we used to talk to the husband before we unite the husband and the wife. We demand the husband not to go to the wife one in a period in a period. So this kind of with this traditional knowledge is it maybe most at international level they can accept it, but not in general. So there's a little parts of the traditional ledger that can accept, that can be duplicated, thus the others that cannot. Before Ajapa, I can stop it here. There are many traditional knowledge, though we can
Traditional.
say it all. So we can just take few example of traditional
Yeah.
knowledge. So thank you,
Okay.
Jishnu.
Yeah, thank you. I think it is like we are praying this oceans, and because the oceans is providing the finance or the all the support for the family, yeah, like a food and also the wealth. So they are considering or worshipping it. So eventually they will not or they won't want to harm it, right? So this fisherman community is always, I think, in most of the part of the world, in India also they are worshipping, and then if we are worshipping it, then we cannot pollute it, right? Because then maybe that might be the concept in the past, but now it become like more on the another aspect. People is thinking in different, but the traditional knowledge and everything they are doing might have some reasons. So like we are worshipping, that means okay, we should not harm it. So maybe that we can take into global level. Yeah, that's a good point, and I believe that that is happening in other parts of the country also, another not country, another part of the world also. So that might be suitable, suitable for taking into a global stage, and not even as in worshipping, but considering it as our like the one who give us the wealth, so we should not harm it. If we harm it, then our wealth will goes and it will eventually affect us. So those concept is good always. And also what about the Tasmanian traditional knowledge system that support the conservation actions in the north? Tasmanian, hello, Ibrahim, Muhammad.
Yes, for us as Tanzania is somehow say this is they like the same in Africa, but actually in Africa the most bad thing is like what you said on bat fishing.
Mm.
This is happening in Mwanza on some regions. They have done this in a lake so that till the government give them the order that they're not supposed to fish there because they use bad fishing methods, so
Mm.
that the grow up of the fish should be in a good way. Otherwise, there will be a missing of fish around the lake.
Mm.
This happen, and the government ensure that nothing methods of fishing is done there until 8 months is, so that
Mm.
it's happened, and now people have been released to do that. Also, there is another traditional that most of the people use as economic activity in mostly in Zanzibar area, so that we know these trees. This is coconut. The coconut, the outer part of the coconut. You take this and put on the water so that it can be so soft, so that through this they do like as farming for them. So through this, they used to make a rope that is used in a different purpose for that. So in our culture, they use as a routine activities. Like most of the women, they don't have work to do at home, so they used to go to the oceans around to make this, and they use this as entrepreneurship skills for them. So these habits help them so much for that. Also, we have this NGO around most of the people. They use habit of putting these mangrove trees,
Mm.
because the nature of mangrove trees is actually is the seed is make it maintain itself on the ocean, so that so we could have a good area around the beach. It
Yeah.
means the land is strengthened through the mangrove trees around the beach. So most people they used to see this, and the habit they used to make this habit that not cutting those trees around there, and they make some mind that if you cut this you'll get this as bad issues, but actually this help in environment issue that. for that.
Mm.
Yeah, we're so helpful for that because everything is gonna be well because of this beautiful and very helpful and fruitful cultures around the Tanzania and Zanzibar area.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And as you people mentions, there are different traditional knowledge that is exist in the different part of the world. And even though the over exploitations of the resources are also happening, but nowadays the peoples are turned around and they are thinking like if we conserve it, then there is an opportunity for getting some finance out of it, and not only from the direct benefits, like sometimes the indirect benefit, like the tourisms can be increased if we maintain the place very well. For an example, you mentioned about the beach, and if the beach and beach cleaned is that a clean, if your beach is so clean, then automatically people will come and see the beach. So that will help the local community for getting some finance out of the tourists over there. So conservation of environment is not always for the nature, but sometimes it will support us, the local people too. So if the government have some schemes to protect the nature, then as a youth we should support their initiative. And if the government have some initiative that is going to hurt the nature, then also we have to raise our voice, not as a protest but as a request to the government that if we do this one, then this the kind of things is going to happen. And because we are aware about how that is going to affect our futures and also the future of our upcoming generations. So we should warn them, and we should tell them if this is done, then this will going to happen. So for the sake of our country, then you don't do it, or you should do this. So we are the next leaders, and maybe the high level leaders we can be, and hopefully we will do our best for our nature as a environmental conservations enthusiast and also environmental conservations activist who is working in the different part of the world. And we can also share the knowledge like this, and also we can expand our networks, and whenever some issues comes in, then we can raise our voice together. Like if you need some support globally, then we can connect each other. And that is the core concepts of this webinar series. And also, first of all, we want to understand the issues that are burning in the different part of the world, and want to connect the dots. And if we have some similar issues around the globe, then we can again work on it, writing the not just a simple report, but if we are making any report or anything, then it should be very authentic, and it should not be like 100 people or 1,000 people for a global report. That's what I normally see in some other reports. Okay, so more data is always good to support what we are saying. And so thank you so much, both of you, for giving your valuable time in this platform. And we are in our initial stage, and in the next month, we will also have another sessions. You can join as a participants, and at that time also you can in touch with the people of have similar interests. We also have the people scheduled until the December, and next call will comes later onwards. And we have around 18 participants today. So if they have any questions to our esteemed eminent speakers, they are welcome to ask the questions. They can just turn on their mic and ask. There is no restrictions, but my humble request is to not make it as a political discussions. We are here for the nature. Okay, please. Anyone? Then you can raise your hands. Then I will call the name. Then you can start to ask the questions to our beloved speakers. Uh, any questions, participants? Hello. Any questions from the participants? If you if you want to know something about the environmental conservations or the ocean conservation or something related to the environmental laws, then it's open to discussion now. Okay. And unfortunately, I haven't seen any messages in the group, messages in the chat box, as well as nobody raised their hands to ask. Okay. Okay. There is one questions by Supriya. Sh- What skills or competence should young climate leaders invest in for the next 10 years? Unable to unmute. Oh, okay. Okay. So, as Supriya Kumari, I think she's from India, and she asked that what is the skills and competence should young climate leaders invest in for the next 5 to 10 years? Who is ready to answer it? Any of the Ibrahims?
Yeah, thank you so much for the questions, Supriya Kumari from India. What we know that skill and competence for us, for me as member of Sustainable Ocean Alliance, I used to have this different training through this NGO that we partner. I used to take this knowledge that because I'm an instructor, I need to invest the student through their education that this is environment and environment is you, so that they can protect their environment from that place that they live until the place they go. So for this, for the skill that they need to provide is soft skills on environment protection. Is like having these ones is best for them. Also, economic activity that is found on their knowledge through the oceans. It's like most of Tanzanians people, they have ocean, but they don't know the actual benefit of the ocean through their benefit. So through protection them, to protect them from the different problem and this, they could be benefited through that to get different jobs. Is mean that knowing that job opportunity through the ocean is best for them, so that it can impact it to 5 to 10 until 20 years future for them. Also, for your young climate leaders, they need to have a provision of knowledge awareness, because most of Tanzania, most African and Tanzania villages, they have this lack of knowledge about the protection of environment. So through these skills that we can provide in a syllabus on their knowledge, on their schools, on their economic activity, on their routine around, it could be better for them, so that they can be impacted on a 10 to 5 years future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ibrahim. And Ibrahim from our Seneca, do you
Yes.
have any answers for her?
Yes, thank you, Jishnu. Thank you, um, thank you, Supriya, for your question. I just want to add two skills and knowledge is just to add what Ibrahim said. To the first skills, I've not mentioned on my presentation. I'm an employment trainer, so my job is to animate soft skills. So there are many soft skills training modules that I animate. So that I just mentioned two soft skills. The first one is public speaking. The second one is interpersonal communication. It's important for as climate leaders to better be capacitated or trained about those soft skills. It's important before even we most of the climate leaders communicate with partners, with local people, local international partners. So it's important to be ready to be capacitated about soft public speaking and interpersonal communication. And there is two knowledge that I see is important as climate leaders to be better capacitated is uh, uh, environmental advocacy, and mm, uh, let's say the the climate change is issue that that the country is a big reality here in Senegal. It's important to be informed about the current climate change issues here in Senegal. So it's important because when most of our climate change projects, it's important to when you speak to international partners or governments to be very ready, be ready to be informed about the environmental issue here in your country. So you have to be ready in whatever the government agencies are ask questions. So you have to be ready to be informed about those who to climate change knowledge. It's important. Thank you, Jishnu.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Supriya, for asking the question. And I just have to add on something along with it. Like first thing, in my opinion, actually, myself Jishnu, and I'm founder director of a NGO. It's called Eco Foundation. So the first and the foremost things is to gain the knowledge. Okay, so you should aware about the problem. Okay, if there is a problem exists, then you should be aware about the problem. You might know the problem through the social media platforms. So sometimes it might not be true, but you have that capacity to know whether it is a right news or wrong news, and then study that and understand the concepts and also gain the knowledge always. So sharpen your knowledge all the time, regularly, daily knowledge gaining is very important. Okay. And the second thing is like our Ibrahim from Senegal mentioned, it is important to if we know something, then we should know how to explain to others, and then the knowledge of the knowledge of having the speaking skills or the communication skills should be sharpened. Then there might be a questions arise in your head like how we can sharpen your communication skill. So to sharpen your communication skills, you have to discuss continuously with the people of same interest, right? If you are speaking with somebody who don't care about this that much, then you cannot. So try to gain the knowledge from all the available sources. Try to get the knowledge from the all the available sources, and try to attend almost all the free training programs. And even though sometimes it's a paid one, then try to join if you are really into the conservations activities. And then if you want to develop your communication skills, communicate. Okay, for example, if you want to develop your English speaking skill, then communicate with the English speaking people. Or for example, in India, if you're from the north, communicate with the southern states people. Okay. Or if you are from another part, maybe you can communicate with Ibrahim like or the our both Ibrahim like people, or Lucia. We had one Lucia earlier. So you can communicate with those kind of people to gain the knowledge as well as improve your communication skills. Okay, so that's important. And for the next 5 or 10 years, you don't just think for the 10 or 15 years. Think for the 100 years. Okay, so even though you might not be living here for the 100 years, your impact or whatever you have done here right now should be impactful for the next 100 or 15 years. Okay, because some of the report from UN or other organizations, other reputed organizations are saying that maybe by 2070, the all over the oceans, it will be full of plastic. So that can be eradicated through some of our small actions. So gain the knowledge and learn the communication skill, and next one is to do the action. And the action should not always be like going to the field. Maybe sometime you can inspire the people through your words. Sometimes if you are available in India, if you are available locally, and if you can arrange and train the young kids, like maybe school kids, then that might be a great impact in the future. So giving first gain the knowledge and learn how to communicate, and then go for small training. And through a co-op, that's we are doing actually. So if you want, then you can contact us for this kind of activity. That's we are doing through our organizations, and everything is we are doing voluntarily from the last 6 years. So we are not having the financial support from anyone, but we have a lot of people like her, like Supriya. They are coming voluntarily and to sharpen their skills, and also they are exploring new niches, and also learning new skills, soft skills, and also the hard skills as well. So these kinds of skill development can be happen through small organizations, and also from your community itself, and make a change in your community or in a state level at first, and then we can improve it step by step. But don't hesitate to contact others like Ibrahim, or like our organizations, or like organizations in your place. Don't hesitate. Nobody will say you, okay, we don't have time to waste, because we everyone is here to do something for the nature. Okay, so uh, try to contact, communicate. Sometime you will get the rejections, that's okay. Continuously communicate with the people, and eventually you will become a leader. I think she is already a leader. I'm not personally knows her. Yeah, leadership skills can be upskilled in maybe step by step. Okay, maybe as a learner, then maybe trainer, then as a leader. And the leader, whenever we say the leader, then we think he's the head. No, actually, the leaders is always getting the ideas from the grassroots, from the volunteers. Okay, whenever the leaders also discuss with the people, then they will say, okay, I have this idea. Then the leaders will say, okay, then we can implement it. So try to connect with those leaders who is inspires you, and also try to connect with those people who can support you, not always financially, but more mental or moral support. So your investments can be, or your investments can be focused on the knowledge gaining and communication skills, and also networking with the people, and also okay, never disappointed on, okay, we are doing this much and nobody recognize it yet. Okay, because yeah, that might be sometime we will feel, okay, we did a lot for 6 years or 7 years or 10 years, and sometimes nobody recognize. That's okay. Sometimes from our small talk or small communications, some one person can be inspired, and then maybe he is the one who is going to change the entire world. Yeah, that's about us. And recently, I think some we can see some of the big awards in India recently got by some people who is 86 or 96, very old, our like grandfather's age. They are continuously doing like a plantation sometimes, and they are getting recognized by that age. But they never complain that like, okay, nobody recognized me, but then they get recognized. So that's also really nice to see nowadays. Hmm? So don't expect any recognitions, just do your work, and uh, yeah, go ahead. That's my simple or humble opinions about your questions. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, anyone? And so,
May I, Jishnu?
yes, yes.
Okay, I talk too much when we talk about soft skills, so apologize me. So I see that Lucia joined us. Lucia and Yene, I think she Lucia and Yene join us here. So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Lucia. So, I just want to mention something Supriya said on the chat. She said in India there is no such awareness on students focusing on environment to pursue in higher studies. So, it's the same here in Senegal. Most of we the time when we study we don't focus about passion, so it's important to add to be passionate about what you are saying, even it's environmental or another field. It's important to be passionate, so partners or governmental authorities can be better excited to hear you what you said. It's important to be passionate. I just add one to add passion, to be passionate. So thank you, Jishnu.
Okay, thank you so much for adding that. Yeah, yeah, passions should be always be there, and passions is leading us. And that's a very good point and important thing to keep it always, to be passionate. And maybe in the next, if she asked for the 15 years, be passionate for the next 15 years. That's my humble request at least. Okay. So anyone, any questions? Uh, any questions? Okay. In Indian perspective, you are right. Nobody is pursuing the environmental sciences as their master degree program. One thing is, there is not that much number of colleges is providing it. There are limited number of colleges is providing the UG level program as well as the PG level program in the environmental science. And even though they are, the people might thinks, mm, okay. Yeah, let me try to unmute. She just want to say something. Okay, let me unmute her. Miss Supriya Kumari, actually I forwarded one request for you to unmute yourself, so you can unmute and speak if you wish. Supriya Kumari, Supriya. Yeah, right now you are Supriya. Maybe right now you can speak.
She said I didn't got option.
Yeah, I actually here there is an option for her. She can. Yeah, I asked her to unmute as well as turn on the video as well. Okay. Mm, okay. Wait a second, then let me rectify the issue. Actually, here I give the permissions for all the participants to unmute themselves so they can do it actually. Okay. Everything is like, can you try it again, Supriya? Supriya? Yes, but are you using the mobile? So if you are using the mobile, there is an option. Okay, and the laptop, maybe from the laptop it might not be suitable if you are not connected to any headset. Are you connected to the headset? Normal speaker. Okay, but maybe that's one of the issue. But are you? Can you see the boxes like audio, video, and participants, chat box, React, share, and host tools and all? Like, can you see that bar on the bottom of your computer? Yeah, and in the audio, what it shows is that showing a cross, a red line. If it is a red line, just click on there so you can unmute it. Like you can turn on your audio by clicking over there. Cross, and I'm not from there. Okay, it's a cross. So just click there. So you can. So if you just click, then it will go. Because I give all the participants to unmute themselves. Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know then what is the problem. So if you really want to speak, maybe you can turn on from the mobile itself. Then mm, okay. Okay. So if you have any further questions, please ask. Then it is fine. Otherwise, you can join quickly from the computer.
Yeah.
Sorry, not from the
Um,
computer, from the mobile. Sorry.
just no, sorry,
Yes.
just no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if Supriya can disconnect and reconnect after. Uh,
Yeah. She can try that one also. Otherwise, she can connect it through the mobile. Mobile might works because I'm
oh,
speaking from the mobile.
okay, okay, okay. I think Supriya can disconnect the Zoom platform and reconnect it to see if
Yes.
it works or not.
Yeah.
Will work or not.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And Ibrahim, I think it's okay for you, Ibrahim. You is that okay? Your time and all, and Ibrahim from Tanzania. Is that all right?
Yes, 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 it's all right. No problem.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we just want to hear her opinion also. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. You don't want to exclude anyone. We just want to include everybody's opinion. Yeah. Thank you for thank you so much for both of you. Yeah. Thank you.
No, no, it's okay. No problem.
No problem. It's okay. You are most welcome. As we say in our country, hakuna matata. No problem.
Okay. Hello. Actually, I think our another delegate is present here now, Lucia, and I think she joined a bit late. So if she have something to say, then we can include it here too. Anyway, mm, Lucia, are you there? and also Supriya was supposed to ask some questions. What about now, Supriya? Can you? Supriya?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Okay. Yes, Lucia. And actually, supposed to finish our meeting, and okay, so both of them already discussed about the question that we were asked during our meeting, but it's okay. And we will give you a 10 more minutes to discuss your country's opinions on the questions that we chatted today. And you are from Liberia, right? Okay. So maybe can you give a small intro about you? And before that, 1 second. Supriya, yeah, I think you can connect through the mobile again. So if you want to discuss, then we can add you through the mobile. And meanwhile, Lucia, another panelist, will speak and address the question that we discussed earlier. Okay. So, Lucia, yeah, the first thing is to give a small introductions about you, and then today we discuss about three different topic or three core concepts. One is the how the UN and all the international NGOs events that is impacting your country, and the second questions was on what are the different activity that is taking place in your country, and whether whether the technology that has been transferred from global or western countries to your country. That was the second question. And or do you facing any issue, financial issues for the conservations action? That was one of the questions. And the final questions was what are the traditional knowledge that is utilizing in your country for the environmental and conservation activism. And as a environmental leader, you have to address all these three or four different questions in the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And because we are here for the last 1 hour, so please address it, and then we can wind up. Okay. Thank you so much for joining. Okay. Thank you, Lucia.
Okay,
Over to you.
thank you so much. I'm so sorry for joining late because we have a time difference because I'm from the West. So I was thinking that it was actually 3 p.m. my time, but I was a bit late with an hour ahead. So I'm so sorry. So my name is Lucia Indieni. I'm from Liberia. An environmental economist, youth leader, and storyteller who is shaped by childhood caught between conflicts and resilience. I am the founder of Zero Plastic Liberia, a non-governmental organization that is at the forefront of confronting or combating plastic pollution through education, advocacy, and community involvement. I'm also the Global Impact Lead at the Water Storyteller Collective and the Regional Director at the Bounce by Recycle. So, Liberia is vulnerable. Our cities flood with heavy rain, our beaches retreat, and plastic pollution has become a shadow on our landscape. So Liberia stands at the front of our environmental vulnerability. We notice there are a lot of environmental challenges our countries is faced with, even though we are rich in natural resources, but we are really, really struggling when it comes to the climate crisis. So these are some of the challenges. And as a youth leader and a founder of an organization, it has been difficult for us, especially when it comes to funding, especially when it comes to decision making in national scenes. Yet these are some of the challenges that we face in our country. So we are funding for youth-led innovation, inclusion in local and global decision making, research support, and regional collaboration are some of the things we need to lead in West Africa, especially Liberia. And we also need a safe space to learn and a safe space to rest. So your question, the first one you talk about, what are some of the NGOs, international governmental organizations that are carrying out some environmental work? Am I correct?
Hello. Yes.
Yeah. So your first
Yes.
question, yes, you are asking what are some of the international NGOs that are carrying out environmental work in Liberia? Was it?
Yes, it was. It was not about the organization that is working in Liberia, but we were discussed about the COP 29, and also the COP 30 that is going to happen very soon. So, sorry, that's recently happened. So, how these kinds of activities or the international maybe the dialogue platforms and the decisions is impacting your country? That's the first question. Okay, how the decision that is taken globally is affecting your country, and are they really making an impact? And as a youth leader, how you will transform that global knowledge to local? That's the first. And the second one is
Yes. Of
yes,
this
please.
yes.
Yeah.
So I may not be able to remember all the questions, so I can tackle that one within a minute. Tim, you can ask the next one. So there are a lot of environmental or international treaties and organizations and conferences, because my country, Liberia, is also part of the United Nations, and we are also a member. We went for COP 29, and we are also at COP 30. The president of our country, the director of the Ministry of Environment, they all are at COP 30. So there are a lot of institutions that help with funding when it comes to activities. So whenever decisions are made at the international level, it comes back to the country for discussion at a round table. And one thing that excites me the most is decision making of youth. So we just launched our MDC 3.0, which is the updated version. And this one is one of the best that we have launched since we joined the COP. So this one is inclusive. It talks about youth participation. It talks about women, and it also talks about children. So whenever decisions are made at a high table and it come back to our country, we believe that there are a lot of impact it make in our country. We have international organizations like the UNDP that fund projects to make sure that we reach all of our targets and goals. So what's the next one?
Yeah, the next one was how and the knowledge of technological knowledge is getting to your country from the Western countries. Like they might have the advanced knowledge to tackle the issues like a pollution issue or a kind of other environmental issues. So how these kinds of issues is like there are a lot of issues are addressed through this kind of technology. Really, are these technologies is transferred at free cost into your country or not? That was the second question. The technological transfer of technologies. Yeah.
That has been our challenge in Liberia. It has been our challenge because our country that have been at the civil war for so many years, technology, we are really lacking when it comes to technology. So even though there are a lot of technology that people come out with at the international convention or other treaties and meetings and summits, implementation when it comes to Liberia has been a challenge. So we are hoping within the next year or two that we'll be able to go back to innovation because we really need it. So technology is a serious challenge in Liberia.
Okay, thank you. And the final questions was the traditional knowledge that exists in the Liberia that can be take globally. That is the final questions that we discussed actually. So could you answer that also? So after that we can wind up our today's sessions. It is going to be nearly 1.5 hours. So please.
Yeah. So that's one of my favorite things when it comes to traditional knowledge. Because as a country that is rooted in traditional practices, for instance, you go in the rural parts of Liberia, you notice that traditional practices are still at the heart of our people. So it is something that we always like to speak to because you cannot make decisions, cannot bring about innovation, you cannot talk about development without including the indigenous people. So traditional practices has been something that has been challenging because shifting the people's mind from the traditional practices into innovation has been an issue. So even though some of the practices are correct, some of them are still harmful for our environment, are still harmful when it comes to decision making for women and girls, but we are at the forefront we are getting there because we make sure to do education awareness out there to the traditional people or the indigenous people to tell them how important these things are. So one of the example could be subsistence farming, because people believe in Liberia that even though you are going to tell them about deforestation, they shouldn't cut down their tree or carry out like improve farming system or method. It is still a challenge for people to capture these things when it comes to conservation and other issues. So we are really, really getting there. That's why we make sure that this NDC that was passed, we were able to include indigenous people from the traditional side to give their view and to also educate them on the importance of those things when it comes to environmental sustainability. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Lucia. Actually, I have one ardent questions to you, because you are the only female panelist here. So I just want to know about the female participations or the female participation in these kinds of activity in your country as well as in the globally, because you already mentioned that you already attended the last COP, and how that is changed over the last decade, and whether these the sustainable development goals and also the global initiative make any impact on the women participations in the climate actions as well as also in the leadership, because you yourself as a founder director, how it is inspired you to get into this, that's also another question. So it's only exclusively for you. Okay, thank you. Can you address that?
Yeah. So female or women participation, it has been an issue, but because of, it will interest you to know that the population of Liberia is mostly youth and women. So it is important to note that women participation should be at the heart or the forefront of everything we do in this country. So women participation over the last 1 year has increased. So we are putting into practice the national government in collaboration with the Environmental Protection Agency, which is the ministry that is responsible for environmental activities in the country, has thought wise that women participation should be at the forefront of everything we do when it comes to environment. So women participation is growing. So when we launch our MDC, all of the processes involve women group, whether you are from the non-governmental angle, you are from CSOs. So we have a massive women participation. And we also noted that projects that will come during the implementation of our nationally determined contribution, 60 or 30% should be awarded or given to women-led institutions or organizations. So women participation is increasing on a daily basis in Liberia.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Lucia. And so we need to conclude our today's sessions, and we had our three eminent speakers, and two of them from one of them from Tanzania, and another guy from Senegal, and also we had the speaker Lucia at the end, and she's from Liberia. And thank you so much for being a part of this discussion. And anyway, she missed some of our discussion part that we did earlier, unfortunately, but that is also okay. We are already recording the sessions. If she needed, then we will share that recorded sessions with her to know what happened before she joined. And unfortunately, our Supriya was unable to turn on her mic and speak, but maybe next time she can try that with the mobile. Or if she have any further questions to our Lucia or Ibrahim's, then please, she can text that in the chat box. Then I will take those questions to the panelist. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Anything, Supriya? Supriya? No, right. Okay. And Lucia, do you have anything to add?
Yes, it's just a closing remark from me because I came late. So I want the youth of Africa, not just Africa, but the youth of the world to remember that this moment should remind us that climate action is not a luxury. It is a responsibility. or responsibility that we each should carry in our hands as young leaders. Our voices are not echoes, they are signals of a new direction. If we work together, storytellers, scientists, activists, community leaders, our collective strength will reshape the environmental future of Africa in the world. Let us all act boldly, let's act together, and let's act now. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. And do Ibrahim from Senegal have any closing remark? Do you have?
Yes, thank you, Jifnu. First, before I start, I just want to say a one of applause to Jishnu, please.
Yeah.
Please. Let's applaud Jishnu, please, for the moderation.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's important to congratulate the moderator because it's important. It's not easy to moderate this kind of session. So we want first of all to congratulate you for the moderation. It's important, and we congratulate all the teams of in Accord and the Youth National Nature session team to make this possible. It's important to thank them and empower them this kind of initiatives, and we thank all of you to say to when about what you were saying. It's important to better share about what we are doing and what we can collaborate in the future. So thank you, Jishnu. Thank you all.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ibrahim. And if all the panelists just turn on their videos for a moment, then it will be great to see everyone together in a single screen. So, Lucia and Ibrahim, Ahmad, and Ibrahim. So, all the panelists, please. Ibrahim, are you there? Ibrahim Ahmad. So,
Still here.
yeah, can you turn on your camera as well?
Yes,
And if
yes,
the
yes.
yeah, okay. If the participants can turn on, then it will be great. I'm not sure why they cannot. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And I think it was really insightful sessions for our participants. And also, I gained a lot of knowledge from each one of you. And to not only what is happening around the world, but also what you are doing and how that is affecting your community locally. And okay, maybe we will have next sessions on the different topic in the next month. So even though you are not a panelist, then you can be a part of it and be a part of the discussions. Actually, we had a good interactive discussions bit maybe the 30 minutes before, so we can do that as well. And Ibrahim Ahmad, do you have any concluding remark? Do you have any?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. I'm so thankful and to say that this discussion was so fruitful to me because I learned a lot from you and other panelists from through their cultures as well as how they are facing challenge in their own country. You know, I've never been travel anywhere out of Tanzania, but from now, just I learned that's how other people are facing the same challenge that we are used to face. So I got motivated through this. Then I will be so interested to join more because what I would like to learn more about other cultures so that I can do more about
Yeah,
my challenges. Thank you so
yeah.
much. Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank you so
much
much.
to
And I'm
everyone.
requesting everyone to share their LinkedIn over here so we can keep in touch. And Lucia, can you tell something? Because in the video, we didn't hear anything from your end. So keep, please, Ibrahim, please keep the video on. So she will also say something. And maybe
Okay.
something about her experience as a young leader, as a founder director, maybe for a few minutes. So we can include that in a short
Yes.
clip. That's why. Okay, Lucia. Hello, is she gone? Hello.
I'm here, but I don't know why my video is not connecting.
Oh,
So,
okay. That's unfortunate. But I have small clips, around 3 minutes, small clips of all of us.
so
Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah, maybe.
yeah. So, like I said, the Global Impact League at the Water Storyteller Collective is a a very safe space for storytellers, communicators, and climate actions or change makers for us to come together to shape a very unique water story that will change the world that we find ourselves in. So from our end, we are looking for a partnership. We are looking forward to a partnership with the Youth for Nature. So we'll be reaching out to you guys on behalf of the founder and executive director and all of our board members. We are willing to partner with you guys to tell our story when it comes to water in the climate crisis. So I hope you guys will be willing to join us in this fight for a cleaner and a very healthy environment when it comes to the water crisis. Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely we will be working together for same goal, to achieve the same goal. Okay, thank you so much. So we can wind up, and it is going to be nearly 1.5 hours of today's sessions. And thank you everyone. And maybe you have some your own things to do. And here it is going to be around 11:30. Right now I'm in Taiwan, Taipei, so it's 11:30 Taipei time. Okay. Yeah, thank you. And I'm also doing my research in marine biology. So if you have or if you want to know something about the marine biology, then you can reach out to me at any time. Okay. I'm a research scholar. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jishnu. Thank you all.
Thank you.